this video, I'm going to show you how to use Rack Page Builder. To use it, let's make a new page. I'm going to Paste and add new. I'm going to name it like RPB test. Oops. Before using it, you have to enter its title and publish the page first. So I'm going to publish it. Okay. Now let's activate Rack Page Builder by clicking here. By default, it will give you the featured image element. You can disable this feature in theme options. I'm going to delete it. Now let's add a new element by clicking Add Element here. We have columns options here. You can select any columns from 1 to 12. You can choose different columns easily. I'm going to select 5. Our elements list is here. You can select any elements from here as you want it. I'm going to use the text area for now. Now the text area has been added with its 5 columns. You can move it as you want it. You can also make it bigger or smaller. Let's make it 7 columns. Let's add it. To edit it, you can click on it easily. Click on the element. Now I have some text here ready to use. Yes, it's here. You can click on Save Changes. And to see it on the front end, you have to check this Use Rack Page Builder. And then use our Save button here. This will save it by using Ajax, and you don't have to refresh the page to see this area every time. So let's click on it, and it's saved. Now let's see how it looks. I'm going to open it in another tab. Yes, it's here, and our sidebar is here. Yes. Now let's use some special grids. Special grids are unique elements which allows you to add your content before the header, before the sidebar area, or after the sidebar area. Let's see how it looks. To use special grids, you have to keep your elements between the open and closed blocks, green and reddish. Now let's edit it. To edit it, you need to click this icon here. Okay, now we want this content to be before the header. This is a unique feature you can use, and now it has opened some new options. This will ask you the width details, also some other details. Now you can use parallax, background image, background video, full width grid, full screen grid, full colored background. I'm going to use full screen grid. Full screen grid will fit to your screen. So you can also change the background here. I'm not going to change the background for now. I'm going to click on Save and save it here. Let's see how it looks. As you can see by the full screen, our content is above the header. Our menu comes under it. Because I've used full screen, it is started from the left. Now I can also use full colored background and make a full screen. And now I'm going to change the background color. Well, make it a little lighter like this. Then click on here, click on Save. Now let's see how it looks. As you can see, it changed the color right away. And now it's not on the left side because now it's in the grid area. Now let's see what other options we have. Now I'm not going to play with it. I'm going to insert it before the sidebars area. You don't have to use the sidebars, but the sidebar area is something that should be there. It's on the content side, and let's see it how it works. For the sidebars and save changes, I'm going to click on save, refresh it. As you can see, now our full screen content is above the sidebar area. We can also make it under the area just by clicking here, and after sidebars, save changes, save, refresh it. Now our sidebar is here and our content area is under it. Okay. Alright, now we have the basics. Let's see it again. Okay. Now to make this page a cool page, let's first get rid of the sidebar and this vertical space. To do this, go to Advanced Options down below here. I'm going to select No Sidebar, go down, and space between header and footer, I'm going to select Do Not Add. For the changes made in Advanced Details area, you need to use the WordPress's blue Update button. I'm going to click it, waiting for it. Now let's see the results. As you can see, now there's no sidebar and there's no space. Now let's use some better content. I'm going to make it 8 columns, center it, and I'm going to edit it. This time I'm going to use background image. It will ask you to upload a file for the background image. Click here. I have a nice image here. I'm going to drag it and drop it here. It is now loading and it's done. I'm going to select it, click on insert in the page. It's here now. You can also choose the size of the image. Let's use this one, main big. This for the parallax, and you can also tile the image, and you can also set an overlay color. Let's set black color. You can also set this color's opacity. I'm going to use something like 80. Okay. Save changes. Click on save. Now let's see how it looks. Looking better. But as you can see, it's not really readable because the text color is dark. Let's make it lighter. Click on Special Grid. Go down. We have a feature here to make it light color. So check this, use light colors. Save. Click on Save. And refresh it. As you can see, the text color is now lighter. I can see the background opacity, overlay color opacity is a little bit too much. Let's make it something like 70 maybe. Alright. And I want to add some buttons below this text area. I'm going to click on Add Elements. Select 4 maybe, and click on Button. The button element is here. I can drag it here underneath the text area and click on Button to edit it. I'm going to name it like Discover. Oops. Okay, we have different color settings here. We can also select the custom to set colors. For this time I'm going to use the green button, and I'm going to use background color. You can also use border or 3D button, and you can set the link here. You can use the page impulse from here, like clicking this. Let's link to the blog page and start this link in a new window. Button align is center and size default. No shadow, default shape. You can change rounded or pill. You can add an icon. Let's add an icon. And something like this maybe, because we are linking to the blog. You can set the alignment of the icon left or right. Left is okay for me. Save. Save. Let's check it. Well, I can make it 3 columns, I guess. This. And now I'm going to duplicate it. Add another button here. Save it. Now I'm going to align it to the left like this and go here. Change the alignment right and save. Now let's style this text. But before that, I can see there are not enough spaces between the text and the buttons. Let's add some space. We can add new elements by clicking here. We can also add new elements into the columns by clicking the plus icons here. I'm going to click on it, selecting the vertical space, and clicking on it. By default, it will give you the 60 pixel. This is actually enough for in content spaces. I'm going to leave it like this and save. Save. Let's check it again. Looking better. Now let's style our text because it's now not styled. And yes, let's toggle the bar. Let's make it bigger. Now I'm going to make this one heading. So I'm going to start like this, and I'm going to delete it. I'm highlighting it, and I'm selecting. Let's select heading 2, and of course first letter is bigger. You can also use elegant. Let's center it, and let's see how this one looks. Yes, now it's looking better. Now let's make it a little bit bigger. I'm going here, highlighting it, selecting hidden 1, save changes, save, and refreshing here. Well, it is better, but I think it needs some space. Here, space like this. Refresh it. Now it is looking better. Now Let's just like you can move, drag and drop our columns, you can also drag and drop the elements like this. Well, it won't look good like this, but let's see it on the front end. Refresh. As you can see now, the position of the button has been changed. Now go back, get it back. Okay, now let's style our duplicated button. I'm going to type Explorer here, and changing the background color to the border. I'm going to use custom link this time. Let's go to the zoom that curveslider.com new window. Let's remove the icon for this. And actually the button seems like a little bit small for me. So let's make it bigger using large. Because we made this one large, let's make this one large too. Too large. Save it, and come back, refresh it. Yes, now the buttons are bigger, and this one is using border. Bottom width can change in different ways. Now it is using the text width. We can also use the block method. Let's go and here, click on block, save changes. Block, save changes. Yes, now the buttons are bigger and better. I'm going to change the heading. I'm going to use our special heading. So first I'm going to click on the text area, delete this one. Oops, this one is styled. Let's use paragraph, changes, and click here, add heading element, move it, click on it to add it. So let's type Azoom WordPress. Azoom WordPress theme details. This is the details text for the heading. You can select different heading models, H1, H2, H3, whatever you want. You can also set a different size for the heading. You can align it left or right. I'm going to use the center. You can select to disable the heading icon. I'm going to use it, or the bottom border. I'm going to use it too, and I'm going to use the margin. I'm going to click on save and click on save here and refresh it. Yes, but now we have a problem with this one because it is looking dark and it's not really readable. I'm going to make it white. So come here, click on this and select white, save, and refresh it. This one is looking better, and maybe this color is a little bit dark. Let's make it lighter too. And come here, making it lighter. I don't want to pure white here, I just want it to be lighter. Refresh it. Yes, this one is looking better. Let's make the background parallax. We are using the background image now. I'm going to make it parallax just as easy as clicking here and clicking use parallax here. As you can see, it is using the same image we have used there. I can make it static parallax, or I can make it advanced parallax. I'm going to show you the both, so let's start with the fixed parallax, which is basic. See how it looks. As you can see, it is now fixed. We can also make it advanced parallax just by going here, editing, and selecting the advanced parallax. Now it will move the background image as we scroll on the page. As you can see now, the hand is moving up and down along with the page, and now it's advanced parallax. And now I'm going to add an image here. Let's add a new element. I'm going to select 4 columns, an image. I'm going to move it here and click on to add it. Upload image. I'm going to use the Azoom logo here. I'm dragging it and dropping it here. Just here. Click on insert. And this is a little bit too big, so I'm going to use smaller size like thumbnail and image elegant center, no link target, and of course disable hover because there's no link. Save it, and test it. Okay, now it's here. Well, I think it will be better if I would move it above the heading, so let's move it. So now I'm going to show you one of the new features of the Wrap Page Builder. We call it Quick Move. When you click here, as you can see, there are icons here. When you click on that, you can quickly move that element columns just by clicking one of these icons. So I want it to be above the heading element, so I'm going to click here, and as you can see, it moved itself above the heading columns. So I'm just centering it and clicking on save. This quick move feature saves you a lot of time when you work on long pages. So let's see it. Well, I think a little bit of spacing will do the job, and let's go back. Click on it. Vertical space. By default, it's 60. Save it. Refresh it. Well, that's it. So these are the basics of the Wrap Page Builder. Main usage of the special grids and columns and elements, and that's it.